Hey, stress isn't something that's just in your mind. It's in your body. And stress in your body and your mind and your whole energy is wreaking havoc. Stress is the beginning of chronic disease. It infiltrates all over all your health systems. And that's why it's the first thing that I heal with my clients. I'm Savannah. I'm an energy healing coach. I started off as a Reiki practitioner. I help women to relieve their stress and open up their chakras, have healthy flow of energy. And the end result is a unique, individualized woman who is full of her own healthy energy, flowing healthy, but they all have this touch of serenity. They're peaceful, their life is in order. And that's why you're here, right? I don't want to share too much about my background of lack of peace, but I've been very depressed, I've been very anxious, and I've experienced a lot of time in that energy field, in that mind. And I don't know if I was born with it or I just was overly sensitive and things felt so big to me. You know, my mom would sit next to me and we'd watch the same thing, and things weren't as big to her. The emotions weren't as painful, as deep to her. Maybe you can relate, being an empath or a highly sensitive person. Maybe you've gone through your own share of anxiety, depression. Through that journey, it started in 8th grade. And it wasn't until college, I'm 28 now, it wasn't until college when I had a spiritual therapist. And in the same room, same office, there was a lady who practiced Reiki. Now, I spent a lot of time with Andrea, the therapist, and really explored myself. She was such a good healer for me. And through that exploration, my mind likes to explore. And through that exploration, I've learned how to heal those emotional wounds, those energetic wounds, which in turn heals the physical life. And like I said earlier, stress and turning down your cortisol levels and your level of stress and harmonizing your nervous system is the first step, because before you can know and feel into your body, into this subtle, really invisible energy that is real, because you feel it, you sense it. If your stress levels and cortisol levels are really high, like most people, like our parents, like everybody who watches the news, you can't feel the healthy qualities, you can't feel the blocks, and you can't hold yourself in them when you're healing and releasing those blocks. Stress is not just mental, it manifests in the body. Chronic fatigue, irritability, bitchiness, burnout, digestive symptoms, lack of passion, crankiness, shortness, hatred. Are you somebody who could easily call yourself a bitch because everything angers you? You have lost your joy, you've lost your sweetness. There's been phases of my life, especially when I was working in my 9 to 5, where I felt like my heart was certainly closed. The second I heard somebody's voice, it was just like, shut up, just shut up. Right? That's stress. That's out of alignment. when you're out of alignment and you don't know the answer, it's continuing, it's perpetuating. It's a cycle that feeds itself and gets you more and more stressed. You don't want to work out. You don't want to eat healthy. You don't want to do these simple things to feel better. Your energy is the first place to start. It's always to start within. Ready to get to the good part? Energy Healing 101. Not all of you have come from a spirituality background. Some of you have actually been really skeptical, and some of you don't have a religious background either. Many of my clients have different religious backgrounds. I have a Jewish woman, I have a Catholic woman, I have a Asian woman, and I believe her religion is, no, we don't talk about religion. It's something with Confucius. Zen Buddhism, maybe. So I want to tell you and give you a rundown of chakras and what chakras are, and energy. What even does energy mean? When an energy healer says energy, they mean atoms, the same type of energy that you learn in school science class. There's atoms in your thoughts and in your emotions. Before we even get to that, where does that energy come from? Maybe the Big Bang. Most healers and spiritual folk will say that it comes from the source. What's the source? I personally think it's God. I write in my book, Divine Alignment, that the energy comes from this highest frequency, the highest vibration, and I see it as this like nucleus, as this little sun, and that's God, and it has this beautiful, loving frequency. And everything in the world is made up of this energy, including us, including things that are alive and things that are not alive, things that are visible and things that are invisible. Energy can be flowing harmoniously and it can be flowing chaotically. When things are evil or dark, there's a lack of harmonious energy, right? Harmonious. I also use the word divine. I'm not using it in a Catholic scolding you type of way, that's for sure, because I think that God and divine energy are just truly loving and accepting and understanding and supportive. So I hope from here on out you don't feel any sort of shame or thinking that you've done the wrong in the past because you're not as spiritual or as religious, or that somebody is gonna say that you're doing it wrong because you don't know this Bible verse. It's not like that. God, the source, the universe, and healthy energy, divinity, is unconditional love, right? It's holding, it's a mother's embrace. So don't worry, you've done nothing wrong. So we have energy in our bodies. Obviously, it's in everything. And living in the world that we live in, we're bound to have unhealthy energy. It's just how we were taught. We're not in Atlantis or Lemuria. I don't know very much actually about either of those, or ancient Egypt. Supposedly there's times in human history where beings were divine. They expressed pure, healthy energy. I think angels are like that, but angels aren't humans. We're humans. So, there have been people in the past, Jesus being one of them, who have come to Earth and shown other humans how to activate their divine, pure, healthy energy where things are in perfect order. And that's what I've studied for a long time. I feel like I'm a master in that realm of education. Does that make me a perfect divine human? Not yet. That's okay. Nonetheless, I am still a guide. I'm still a teacher, and I can point out in myself and in others where the energy is not in that alignment. And tell you, show you how to put it back into it. Because in life, as we go through this healing journey, this alignment journey, this cleansing of the out of alignment energy and reordering it to the positive energy, it's a process. We're going to heal something, and then we're going to notice something else. And we're going to heal it and let it go and notice something else. That's just how life works. It's like the waves of the ocean, or the inhale and the exhale of breathing. Things go up and things go out, especially here on our three-dimensional earth. I think in heaven or wherever the angels live, it's not like that. I think it's permanent. But we're here being humans for whatever reason. My reason is to show and demonstrate this knowledge and help other people who have an interest in it. One thing while you start your healing journey is to remember that you can't change other people. Cannot force your mom to do this. As many books as I've bought my mom and my dad, they're all now back at my house because they've never been picked up. However, the relationship can heal by going in and working on your own energy. Because what happens on the inside reflects out, mirrors out, and experiences in the outside will line up with what's happening on the inside. That's why we work on our chakras. Back to what energy is. What is a chakra? Chakras are part of our energy body, our invisible, not yet physically manifested energy body. The energy body has multiple layers, but I focus, and in the aura, we have an emotional body. We have all sorts of these layers in an aura, but I like to focus not on the aura, on the inside, the connection between the physical body and the energy body, and those connection points are our chakra. We have hundreds of chakras in our body, right? Our whole body's built up of these chakras. And throughout time, for over 2,000 of years, humans have been studying and meditating and tuning into these energy centers. They've come to have these 7 main chakras, and they start with your root right at your tailbone or your butt. In your womb is the second one. Underneath your lungs is the third one. Here in your heart center is the 4th. The throat is the 5th. The third eye is the 6th. And at the top of your head is the 7th. And they go in their rainbow. right? It starts with the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and at the top, white. When all of these chakras are open and healthy, your being, just like science, the rainbow, when all the colors are together, it creates this white light. Having this white light, this white, pure, holy energy is a sign or an indicator of having healthy flow of energy. When people do chakra healing, they are finding the blocks of that flow. However, I'd say most people in America, I'm American, most people in America have their chakras, these energy centers, not activated. So almost there's no white light blooming out of them at all. Maybe if they had a really loving mother, their heart chakra, the chakra of love, of self-love and universal love, is open. And maybe if they're a really grounded, down-to-earth person, their root chakra is slightly opened. So a lot of people have closed chakras. Each chakra has its own characteristics and governs physical organs, glands, physical parts of our body, and physical outward expressions of our life. Just like in the zodiac, there's 12 houses that govern different aspects of our life. Our chakras are related to the zodiacs and are related to the different aspects of our life. So by healing our chakra inside, we can organize and have a beautiful life for real. And everybody's life, we're all built uniquely. Our energies, our spirit, our soul have different purposes, have different dharma. Things that I love, things that I desire are not the same as yours, right? And they're not exactly the same. And that's perfect. And in part of my coaching, I help you explore to know yourself deeply. To know the difference between, okay, this is me and who I am, and it's okay. It's different than my mom. It's different than my dad. And I'm perfectly loved. I'm perfectly great. And so is she, and so is he. As you go through and not only learn about the laws of the universe, how things work, these spiritual rules that people have been learning from all the way from ancient Egypt. And various cultures throughout the world have their own take on them. When you learn these things and when you open and align your chakra and have healthy flowing energy in your body and then your life, there's a state of peace. There's a state of serenity, even when there's negative things happening around you. We live in that duality world where there's going to be the inhale and the exhale. There's going to be positive events and negative events. But you can stay healthy in your center. You can help people when those negative times come. You can help yourself when you realize that you've been succumbed to this wave of whatever it is. Okay, I know how to heal myself. I know how to soothe myself. I know how to go on. That's the best part. That's the best takeaway, is the forever self-healing. So that serenity, that sovereignty, that peace is part of my purpose. I knew when I started doing Reiki. So Reiki session is like pure peaceful energy for 45 minutes and feeling loved and feeling peace. And the healer themselves also feels that emotion, right? She's tapping into it and pushing it out, channeling it. And many times when I'm doing Reiki, I know with every atom in my body that that's my purpose, to be the facilitator of peace, of beauty. That's probably why the name of my company is Serenity. And that's the end result of my coaching practice. Stress relief, open your energy centers, open your chakras, know yourself, and have serenity. Have serenity, girl. For real. You can do this alone. I did it alone. I didn't do it alone. I had my therapist, like I just said. I had all the teachers. I had time. I had lots of books. And it took me, I started in 2017. It's 2025 now. 8 years. Or you can be guided. I'd say most people who do it alone lack a roadmap, lack accountability. And when the moment is really tough, they don't have somebody to drag them out of it. Or when they don't know something. Now, I'm certainly not here to convince you to join my coaching program. But if you do want to be in that state of serenity, heal and open your chakras, reduce that stress, and you want it fast, that's where the coaching comes in. If you want it slow, you can do it yourself. You're a smart woman. What is the coaching that I'm talking about? Energy health coaching for a serene queen. It's 3 months. In those first 3 months, we get into the stress relief the first month. We learn how to heal and open the chakras in the second month. And in the third month, we learn our own astrology, our human design, our own unique blueprint to know ourselves. In the next 6 months following, I'm still there as you learn and integrate all that you've learned in the first 3 months. Things that are included are Reiki sessions, are coaching calls, is a library of education, is a roadmap, and is a supportive way to communicate with me when you have questions. This is for the woman who has a dream of being her beautiful best self and is sick of being held back and in this cycle of stress and irritation. You want to be vibrant, girl. You want to be peaceful. I want you to be that too. I want everybody to be that. So, my invitation is a 50% off energy analysis call. They're normally $99. In that call, since you signed up for this video, I'll send you that 50% off code in the email. In that call, we'll get into some of your current energy health issues, and I'll give you a protocol to start. It's not the whole coaching container. The coaching container is $1,800 a month for 9 months, or $15,000 upfront. If you're feeling this, book that energy analysis call. If you do end up signing up, I'll refund that $50. If you're watching this, the link to book is already in your email. if both of those pricing options are out of your budget, that's okay. I have lots of free content on YouTube and in my blog. Okay, my dear, have a great day. I look forward to seeing you book a call with me. And if not, still write me a DM, say hi, tell me that you watched this video. I'd love to meet you. Bye.